Hi guys, this is gsno.com and I'm here with the unboxing of the Huawei P40 Pro. I would say it's a flagship, but there's also the P40 Plus, so it's the mid phone between the P40 and the P40 Plus. Still a pretty powerful device. Okay, so it's an unboxing and the device has just been announced, so let's see what we're getting inside the box. Okay, so apparently we have here the blue hue of the phone, which looks blue at first, but when it catches the light in a certain way, it looks purple, which is pretty nice. Here you can see the rectangular back camera. It's a quad camera setup. We got glass at the back, glass at the front, which is curved, and a metal frame in between. It's an unboxing, so let's see what's inside the box. Okay, so the price tag should be around $1,000 for this one, give or take. Still not very sure about it. And we go inside the box and find... Here we have the metal key used to access the slots. Here we should have the manual and perhaps also a case, but we have a test unit, so not here. And here we can find the charger, which promises up to 40 watts of charging and very fast charging, similar to what I've seen on the P40 Lite I've played with recently. And then we have a cable, which goes from USB-C to USB-A. I've seen this before, and I've also seen before a pair of headphones. Looking pretty much the same for the past couple of years with an USB-C connector. Okay, that's about it. That's everything available inside our box. Time to focus on the star of the show. Now, the first thing I have to say, it feels lighter in the hand than the Huawei P30 Pro before it, the predecessor. That's my first impression. It's also very much curved, like the teasers and renders said. It's curved on the corners and curved on the sides, but not as much as to bother you in any way when handling it. It reminds me a bit of the Honor Magic concept phone from a few years ago. Now, aside from this blue hue, it will come in black and white. The camera at the back protrudes a bit, but maybe not as much as the Galaxy S20 Ultra One. Okay, so as you can see, we got quite the big cutout here for the selfie camera. It's pill-shaped and it's got an infrared sensor. Okay, so up front here we got the pill-shaped cutout for the front camera. You can see that we got incredibly narrow bezels on this handset, and the screen you're seeing here, well, it's an OLED 6.58 inches, and this OLED screen offers a resolution of 2640 over 1200 pixels. That's the resolution you're getting, and here we are here. You can see the resolution 2640 over 1200 pixels. You also have the smart resolution option, and guess what? You can change the refresh rate to standard or high. You may notice a bit of a smoother scrolling once it's set to 90 Hz. So it doesn't have 120 Hz, but 90 Hz should do. Well, aside from that, there's HDR10 support, and the fingerprint scanner and the earpiece are embedded into the screen. You can see this display. It's really eye-catching, although it doesn't go overboard with the curvature, which is nice because it's not distracting. Now here we have the metal frame, which measures 8.95 millimeters, and the whole thing weighs 203 grams, but the weight is distributed in an excellent fashion. Of course, there's glass at the back side. Now inside this handset we have a familiar processor. Is the Kirin 995G. I've seen it before. Where have I seen it before? I've seen it actually on the Mate 30 Pro 5G. So the Kirin 995G in the house, accompanied by only 8 GB of RAM. That's Huawei's decision for this phone. It may be controversial, but they feel it's enough, especially since everything is so well optimized. So Kirin 990, 8 GB of RAM, 256 or 512 GB of storage, and a Nano Memory proprietary card slot. Now the battery inside the phone, the battery we're dealing with here is a 4200 mAh unit, which has 14 watt wired charging and also a pretty impressive 27 watt wireless charging. There is also a reverse charging in case you want to juice up other devices. I think it's high time we talked about the cameras. So here, in the pill, at the front side, you can already tell there are two sensors. There's a 32 megapixel shooter and an infrared depth of field sensor, which aids with your face unlock and also with your bokeh. The story gets deeper at the back side, so there's a lot to tell here. You can already tell we have a periscope camera right here. There's the Leica logo, and we have a triple camera setup plus a time of flight. So this is the time of flight. This is the dual LED flash. You can shoot 4K 60 frames per second video, and from what I know, this should be the main camera, the 50 megapixel shooter with 8 face detection autofocus points and optical image stabilization. This should be the Cine Camera, the 40 megapixel ultra wide, borrowed from the Mate 30 Pro, tailored for the video capture but also photo capture. So 40 megapixel ultra wide, and the star of the show is the periscope camera. It's a 12 megapixel shooter. This time it also has the RYYB setup, so red, yellow, blue pixels. 5x optical zoom, 10x hybrid zoom, 50x digital zoom, and that's about it. Once again, time of flight as well to make it a quad camera experience. Jumping quickly into the camera interface, you'll feel it's pretty familiar. So we got AI here, master AI, we got your night mode, we got your aperture, we got your portrait, but there's also some novelty. So here, for example, you should be able to find at some point the slow motion is the 7000 frames per second slow motion you've seen on the Mate 30 Pro. And in the Pro section, just like on the Galaxy S20 series, you can press this and you can use the Pro options on the video capture as well. Pretty cool. This is the More section with your monochrome, HDR, high resolution, panorama, and so forth. There's an underwater mode, there's a slow-mo and high resolution, which actually takes 50 megapixel shots in case you want to full level of detail. You press here and you got your moving picture. And an interesting fact, if you switch to video, you start filming straight from wide. Let's test the zoom. So I'm going to put this little fellow here, this little snail, and I'm going to start zooming onto it. So this is 5x going to 10x. There's a bit of a jump here, as you can tell. It's switching gears. So this is best used when you're really far from the subject. I'm still pretty close right now. And we can go up to 50x, but once again, it's best used at bigger distances. And of course, you also have the wide mode. Okay, so that's about it, I think. Haven't forgotten anything, have I? Of course, it's a 5G phone we're talking about here. It's a dual SIM and it supports up to 10 SIMs. 10 eSIMs, of course. Other than that, there's an USB-C port at the bottom. There's a speaker here for the music. Here we have the slot. There's a microphone here, and at the top you find the microphone and the infrared emitter used to control set-top box, TV set, and all that jazz. It runs on Android 10 with Emotion UI 10.1. It doesn't have Google Play Store or the Play services, so keep that in mind. Although there are alternatives out there, and the app gallery has already started being populated with quite a few useful apps. Okay, so other things we're mentioning, we have the optimizer here. We got your multitasking going on like this, and things feel pretty fluid judging by the 90 Hz experience. Huawei also gives you 50 gigabytes for 1 year, cloud storage. There's also Wi-Fi 6 Plus here, 8 5G bands, and I think that's pretty much it. I was wondering what they added extra to the Emotion UI experience. From what I've heard, they've expanded the multi-screen collaboration options. Otherwise, there's a screen recorder, do not disturb, dark mode, there's the navigation dock options, and more things to discover as I play with the phone for the following days. The core impression here is that the screen and the facade look stunning. It's much more comfortable than the P30 Pro, and I look forward to seeing how much those changed pixels have switched up the periscopic camera. Pretty curious about the 50 megapixel camera because it's a bit of a premiere. This is from gsno.com, just unboxed and offer first impressions for the Huawei P40 Pro. Bye bye.